Alright, so just fold here. Well, yeah, I'm in 3-bet here.
The thing is, you're only risking like 40 to win like 240 or something, so you only need to get folds very infrequently.
Yeah.
If you think he's got air, it probably can't be the worst play.
Yeah, because like, I raise him 40 and just stab fold, so.
The thing is, like, I think most people just pure like anything with like an overcard or a gut shot here. The only thing you really fold out his hands like 7-9, they like check raise the flop.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, if I'm gonna play back, I rather, because this is if the board would be so, like, he can't really barrel the turn, I would rather flat it. But since he's gonna have barreling opportunities, I rather make him, how do you call it, put him in the uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
I rather take the aggressive line. Yeah, good thought. So would you see the 30 here as well?
Yeah, most likely 30 or 35.
How about this guy? I have 400 hands on him and he check raised 30%. I don't know how I like a check back here because he folds the seed with 29%.
The thing is, if he check raises, we can jam here, like, and do really well with a gut shot and an overcard.
Yeah.
So I just see that's, well, if it depends. I mean, if you make it 40, he's probably going to check raise to like 100. But
Yeah.
if you make it 30, he can check raise to like 80. So I would actually say that smaller, so I can actually have better fold equity when I 3-bet shove the flop.
Yeah. Yeah, good thought.
So what happened? I'm guessing he check raised. So I mean, you're getting pretty good odds to flat, but if he's check raising 29% and the only real value hands he can have is like Queen X.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, would he really check raise Queen X? Like, he could to how do you call it, to level me because he's been check raising so much.
Yeah, I mean, if he's check raising like 29% and not check raising a good amount of Queen X, like again, like in a reg versus reg game, like because you're a thinking player, and I'm assuming he's a reg as well. Then it's definitely a spot where he needs to check raise wider for balance. Yeah. Like he can't just check raise just air. Like if you figure that out, you can exploit that just by 3-bet bluffing or floating.
Yeah.
Checking back, all sorts of things. So yeah, if you check it, yeah, I'd definitely shove here.
Yeah, me too. I hope I don't float.
I mean, floating's not bad. The thing is, you're just gonna get in so many gay turn spots.
Yeah.
And also, like, a flop fold equity, assuming like check min raise there is his standard. Like, I don't know. Like if he always check raises, like I wonder how much of a difference that would make. Like if his standard check raise was like 90 or 100, and this time he made it 80.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because that's
I'm definitely just shoving over the flop. We have pretty good equity against like anything. And if he's really check raising 29%, we should have a ton of fold equity.
Yeah, for sure. Like if he barrel here, like what do you put him on? Like it would be really weird for him to barrel like Jack 10 or something like King 8 or something.
Yeah, if he did barrel, I think he's probably just got like Queen X or a lot of flush draw, like backdoor flush draws that have hit. Maybe like 6-4 suited if he flats that.
Yeah.
How deep were we at the start of the hand?
20.
I suppose he could flat some, like ace 4, but I doubt it. It's probably just gonna shove that. At least that's only 14, so I suppose it's probably still shove it at 20 big blinds.
Yeah. Like it would be really like strong line if he continues to barrel here. Because like I can have more like 6-4 or anything like that, ace 4.
Yeah, I agree.
So if he bets here, do you fold?
Depends on his sizing.
Like 100, like even if he bets 100, I don't think we have like fold equity. So
like, yeah, The question would be between flatting and folding, not really jamming
Yeah.
on the turn.
Yeah, it checks. Like I don't know if I like jamming more.
Jamming is okay in some spots with like to make your hand look like a flush draw
Yeah.
or like an open ender or something, but we don't really have many flush draws in our range. Like they have to be like backdoor flush draws.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he's really going to call anything worse if we shove. I do like your value bet though, although
Is like if you were a villain, what hand would you put me on when I make this bet?
basically like a lot of queen X that just flatted the flop to keep the other person's range wide.
Yeah.
And also probably some like mate straights on the turn, I guess. Like ace 4 that didn't jam versus check raise. Also 6-4 makes a lot of sense. Like your range is actually kind of strong here when you bet the turn.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a pretty advanced line to float the flop because his check raise range is wide and you think he's going to check fold turns a lot. Like that's a pretty advanced line.
Do you think it will? We can induce anything with this bet? I don't think so. Like not on this turn.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless he decided to check shove a flush draw on the turn.
Yeah.
Or like a pair and a draw, like 3-4 or something. I don't know. I don't think we really induce all that much.
Agree. Wow, flats. It's really
Him
weird.
calling is better than him shoving. If he shoved, it would have been pretty gross. Probably would have had to fold.
Like when he calls there, I wonder like if he has either like cards that want to just peel one, or if he has like a 6, king 6, king 4, or anything like that.
Yeah, he could definitely have something like that.
Yeah. I think
I'm not really sure what to do on the river here.
checking behind.
Yeah, I think we probably have to check behind just because it's hard to get value. Even though
we won't get value from
I think our hand's good a lot.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna actually show up with some random queen X here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if like wouldn't the queen like bet the turn for protection against flush draw and straight draw? Or
yeah, I don't know. You'd assume that, but people just do random stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him show up with a queen here sometimes.
No, and still like people always don't bet the turn with don't bet the river with a hand. Like never seen them check call strong.
When the turn checks through, people always value bet the river with the hands, but when you bet the turn, I think people check the river a decent amount of the time.
Yeah,
that's just what I've kind of seen.
Makes sense. King 4, yeah. So
yeah, that makes a lot of sense for him to have king
4. Here, let's say this villain check raises a lot. Do you check behind, c-bet, or 3-bet flop?
Well,
first
I'd
of all,
sometimes check behind if I thought I could induce turn and river bets.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, when you check back the flop, will just like assume you had nothing and just double barrel like their entire range.
Yeah, but like we should never check how to call it this flop behind with air. This is like when somebody checks back this flop to me, like I never don't bet turn with air because it just looks so strong when they check behind here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it looks so strong, but it looks like they have like showdown value.
Yeah.
Like a bluff catcher kind of thing.
Yeah, but either king X or 6X that don't want to fall out of my air. I see fish play like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably say that, and then
you see bet 30 here or 30 something like that.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
Also about that.
And then let's say he check raised to 90. Like I can't see fish check raise or like average player check raise a king here or a 6. So I put him either on air or like flush draw.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, if you knew that a person's range is air or flush draws, you just ship here. But you just like 3-bet shove. But I don't know. I think fish can check raise king x and 6x here, particularly like the stronger king x, like king jack, if they flatted that pre.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they check raise the flop here wide, it's kind of interesting between like 3-bet jamming the flop and floating. Like if you have reads, he's going to continue on the turn. Then you should probably just flat his check raise.
Yeah.
Then let him bet the turn.
Let's say we flat and turn is deuce of hearts and he chips the turn. We have to fold, right?
Yeah, we definitely have to fold. Because then he's got like a lot of flushes in his range and whatever.
Yeah.
Like that turns like better for his range than it is for ours.
Yeah, for sure.
This week probably 3-bet hearts.
Oh, this is really weird. Like he
think,
overdonk bets.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people overbet like to commit themselves to draws. I've noticed, but I think I'd just fold to this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of close. Like, it's just hard to like picture people like overbetting like air like this. The only reason I'd really get it in is if I thought I could get it in against flush draws and be like, whatever, like basically flipping, I think.
I think this is I never seen like this is so uncommon, but I would like to just I wonder if flatting and jamming turn. I don't think he's I like flatting and letting him barrel. If he's gonna make such a crazy move on this board, I think he's gonna continue barrel the turn as well.
Yeah,
I don't give him any credit for this.
see, ship. I don't think shipping's all that bad because I don't think he really overbets a 6 all that often. I think people are just like gonna either bet smaller or like check raise smaller or
Mean check raise.
Yeah, they'll do something like that with a 6.
Yeah.
With a king, it's possible that like they're just like trying to like protect their hand against like a flush draw because they're just like scared of it or something. But I don't really hate your ship though. I don't think it's.
But if he's crazy enough to overbet here, like on this board, I think he's gonna be stupid enough to continue and ship just to ship turn.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, as long as you commit to like calling the turn, then you basically get it in against the same range, and you let him off as well. So flatting would be better.
Yeah.
Because like if you're gonna get it in against like king x or whatever, you're gonna get it in anyway. So giving him a chance to bluff is like what we want to do. So I do agree that if you're continuing flatting is better.
Yeah, I like your explanation of that. Like some stuff for me is like I do them, but I'm not really sure. I can't put the thought process in words. It's good to have someone to talk to. All right. He's been limping 26% and raising, so he's playing like what is he playing 89%. Would you raise this against a limp or just check behind?
I'd probably just check behind, unless I just check behind him most of the time, just take a flop.
If you had 9-8 suited instead.
I'd still check that back, but I'd probably raise like Jack 10 as my weakest, maybe 10 on.
Yeah, because it plays better post flop, right? And it dominates more.
Yeah, and it dominates more of his calling range. He's gonna limp call a ton of hands like 10-7, 10-8. That's just gonna dominate us when we have hands like this.
Yeah, for sure.
But when we have hands like Jack 10, then we're dominating them.
Yeah. Open-ended.
So here I would. It's kind of like all depends on like reads and what you think. A lot of these spots, like what your perceptions of villain are at the time.
Yeah.
Like here we could check call. We could check raise and fold to a shove. We could.
Oh, can we really fold to a shove if we check raise here?
Actually, I'm not sure what It depends on what our odds were.
Let's say he stabs 30, we raise to like 100.
Then he would be showing like 403.
Yeah.
What would the pot be then? I have to get the calculator. I mean, my intuition says it's probably a fold if he jams, because I think, well, obviously we're definitely gonna be behind against his range. And he could also shove better draws, which would suck.
Yeah.
But so he bets 30, so the pot would be 90, and then our check raise would be to 100. Did you say?
Yeah. Let's say 100
So
or 90.
That would make the pot like 190.
Yeah.
Then he'd be jamming 403. But we would have already invested 70 more, so it's like, so I think we have to call 333 then.
Yeah.
And the pot would be this is really hard to think ahead like this. I'm not very good at math.
Me neither, man.
I don't know, I'm just confusing myself. Anyway, what actually happened here?
Yeah, we can take it from start, try to work it out. So effective is yeah, let's say 460, and so it makes it 920. So when we have to call 403 into 920, so we need really 43%.
No, but that doesn't count the fact that we would be putting in that 100 first.
Yeah.
So we'd actually be calling 300, whatever it was, 333 into that, which means our equity would be like something like 33%.
Yeah. And that's like borderline.
I don't think it's enough with it. Do you have Poker Stove?
Yeah.
Just open up Poker Stove and see how we do. Yeah, Equilab is still the same.
Yeah.
See how we do against some different hands. Like, let's see how we do against top pair.
Hang on, we have
8-5 diamonds. Suits don't really matter all that much, but
yeah. Flop.
and then he had, let's just say he's got Jack 7.
Yeah.
7-6 is too fair. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay.
And hang on.
Let's just say he's got Jack 7 offsuit or something.
Yeah.
Offsuit, it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's just see our equity against Jack 7.
41. Yeah.
Okay. What about if he has like 10-9? Let's try equity against 10-9.
And 9-8. 34.
So I think if we do make a check raise, like a committing size check raise, we would have to call a shove.
Yeah. And he could have like 6x, he could have maybe 5-4. Let's say.
Our equity against, yeah, if he has like a low gut shot,
Yeah.
that's really awesome, because then our 8 high is like good. Let me get it in.
So yeah. Yeah, I think definitely when we check raise it's a call.
Yeah, for check raise it's cool. If we think the problem is when we have 8 high here, we want to actually get the last bet in.
Yeah.
We don't want to be calling a shove with 8 high, because if he's bluffing with like 2 high cards, like if he just shoves like Jack 8 or something over us, and he's actually getting it in good.
Yeah.
With Jack 8. So I think probably if you thought he was going to raise a lead, then you should bet and then shove over a raise. Like, it kind of just depends on reads this spot.
But I think this is a board like he's gonna stab a lot with air as well.
If we were a bit shorter, we could just check shove.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
How about if he stabs check calling and check shove turn?
If we think he's gonna double barrel frequently, then that's okay. The only problem is our equity significantly decreases on the turn.
Yeah.
On a lot of cards. So, but if he's barreling a lot, that's good because then he'll bet the turn with like, if he bets the turn with like jack high and then we shove, we're like folding him off his equity.
Yeah.
Which is like really good for us.
That's one thing I think many players don't do in hypers. Like they do it in turbos. Check call turn and check raise, check call flop and check raise turn. But in hypers you just check raise here and jam or bet the turn.
Yeah.
But since villain is gonna continue barrel many like turns, like we can check call and check shove the turn.
Yeah, but I think we kind of need reads that he's actually going to double barrel. Like especially in limp pots, I don't think many people double barrel like frequently at all.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they play more passively and straightforward. But if he plays straightforward, if he doesn't double barrel, like then we could check call and maybe get a free river as well.
Yeah, we could also check call and then lead the turn. That's an interesting line. That's a way to just fold out his air.
Yeah.
But then again, to fold out his air, we can just flop.
I don't want to fold out his air. Like it's better if he bets the turn, or even if he checks the turn, we can don't bet the river most because
that's
he's
true.
defining his hand so much.
So the flop check through in this hand.
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna value bet.
Yeah.
40 or so.
I like the pot. I think he's gonna like call with.
Like there's a fair few gut shots and like I guess you could have turned a flush draw.
Yeah. So I think a fish is gonna call 40, 60 the same way if they have like 9x or flush draw, maybe king 5, ace, queen 5 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just against like regs you can't really be that exploitable, but against fish it's fine.
Yeah, but if we haven't played the rig, like he have no idea what our bet size means anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, when I'm playing some regs and I'm aware that they're a reg, then I often respect their bigger bet sizes in spots like this because I think they might assume that I'm a fish.
Yeah.
Or they might assume what you just said.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, in general.
And also maybe we don't have to bet that big because we have a blocker to draws.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe 40, 45.
Yeah, I'd do about that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I think.
Then I'm just gonna bet fold small.
Yeah, me too.
Like 55, 60.
I think we can get like 80. Or nah.
The thing is like what sort of range are you trying to price in here? Like I'm thinking like.
Yeah, I was thinking 2 pair, but he also has a lot of 1 pair. Like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like if he has 9x, like a fish, it's gonna just call 9x off to like 50.
Yeah.
He's just gonna say like a small bet, just like snap call it off, not even really think about our range. But if we bet bigger, I think they'll find more folds in this spot.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm bet folding small. I like that bet size.
Yeah.
Now we just definitely snap fold.
Now we overbet jam. No. Wonder if, let's say he had a straight. Do you think we could get him off a straight here?
No
and rep a flush. We couldn't do that against the fish, right?
We would have probably. Right.
Let's say you have
I mean, against the fish, I don't even think a reg's gonna do that. I don't think anyone's gonna raise fold. Well, I don't think anyone's gonna raise really a 5 on the river.
No.
And if they raise a 10, they're not folding to a shove, I don't think.
I agree. Okay, last hand.
Okay. We'll do this one, then we'll review some of mine.
Yeah. Just.
So pretty standard c-bet.
How do you call it? I've been experimenting with c-betting. What was it? 35 and 40%, so C betting 28 or 32, it makes like a big difference in the long run, and I think they're gonna play like the same, like especially on this flop.
Yeah, I agree. On dry boards, I think
Because it's not
yeah,
gonna fold anything here, like that has any value, and everything else is gonna fold either to 28 or 32. So
yeah. The only thing that some people will peel, like more confident players, will fold like Jack 10, Queen 10, stuff like that
yeah,
to a bigger C bet. But that's like a minute part of his range. It's like three hands. So yeah, I do agree with you.
yeah. How about let's say to think of a different line to see bet 40 and to get like value from if he's gonna peel with a flush draw or king x, and we try to barrel on all like ace x flops.
I think ace X flops are like really good to barrel in a lot of spots. Mostly like, especially once you know someone's three bet shoving their aces, I just like go crazy and three barrel ace X flops then
So
until they adjust. They're gonna struggle to call down. Um,
so how about making it 40 then, like for value instead?
yeah, I guess that would work. I mean, I haven't really done the math on like setting up stack sizes for like river jams and stuff on hypers yet,
Yeah,
but I think 40 would still be able to set up a river jam.
yeah, because even if he calls, let's say we bet 40 here and make it 100, or do we really want him to fold on the turn? Yeah, we want, because I was thinking of making it 90 to get him to call and then jam river, but we rather make him fold, so 100 looks more intimidating. It's three digits.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, on the turn, I've been betting 90 into 160 in a lot of spots
Yeah,
to set up river jams,
yeah.
but yeah, I think 100's pretty fine as well.
And here comes this. Yeah, I think. But
So
this is a good, like, I don't know if it's a good move or a bad move from him, because he doesn't rep a lot here. Like a flush draw would either peel or check raise bigger. A king wouldn't check raise here, like this size, and an ace x would check raise big, I think, for protection and for value. So
yeah, I mean, he doesn't really rep all that much,
nah,
and we can't really play back here, but we can play because of the odds he's giving us. We can peel like basically like anything, like any gut shot, any pair, any flush draw.
yeah, because we have backdoor flush draw and a straight draw as well.
Yeah, but I mean, the equity we have from those is like very minimal.
Yeah, but
And
also we have to take into consideration that, like, how to call it, not we're not only playing for to hit, we're also playing for, how to call it, to take down the pots after the flop.
yeah,
So
if we think he's gonna like check fold turns,
yeah,
or if we think he's gonna double barrel light, and if we pick up a flush draw, we can jam over his turn bet. Then
yeah,
floating could be okay.
yeah,
I mean, if sometimes you could even just float the queen high because you think it's the best hand
yeah.
against some people. But I mean, readless, I just fold to this check raise here.
But he can't rip anything, and I don't think he's gonna continue after this.
I mean, I do agree that he doesn't really rep anything. I might just be being like results orientated, but I just find like fish just somehow find a way to have some ridiculous hand. And I also think that he could check min raise with ace x.
If he, yeah, but ace x will barrel the turn for sure. But I think he's gonna give up with the rest on the turn. So we can play him like really, force him to play really fit or fold.
Yeah, I guess. Did you float or just fold? Yeah.
I think I fold in game. Yeah.